Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos since update. You are sowing the wind. You will definitely harvest will the wind. Nigerian government warned concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But yes, now Lagos-based lawyer, yes, Barrister Onyinye Gandhi Chukwunyere, is the spokesperson for the African Action Congress, national leader, and the 2022 presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore. He said that Nigerians must understand that the courts under the present system cannot dispense justice. Oh yes, now Barrister Chukwunyere, who was reacting to the withdrawal of Justice Peter Nyako from the trial of Onyendu Mazanu Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, maintained that law is typically subservient to politics, especially in a backward neo-colony like Nigeria, where the rule of law exists only on paper. On paper. Yes, now the AAC chieftain, who was speaking to reporters concerning the twists and turns about Mazam Kanu's trial, stressed that a previous judgment by the Court of Appeal had dismissed all charges against Onyendu Mazam Kanu, finding that his extraordinary rendition was illegal. Yes, he said, however, the corrupt and vindictive APC government, which has repeatedly demonstrated its intolerance for the dissenting views, snubbed that judgment and doubled down on its prosecution of Onyendu Mazam Kanu. He said, this move by Justice Binta Nyako to recuse herself was because of Mazam Kanu's expression of his lack of confidence in her court. He said procedurally, the recusal is right. However, he said it points to a more disturbing trend. That's the absolute loss of confidence in the Nigerian judiciary by the Nigerian people. He said when the people cannot have recourse to the courts, anarchy prevails. Oh yes, now he said, look, the crooked politicians and judges who continue to stain and corrupt the judiciary should know that they are sowing the wind and will definitely harvest a woolly wind. Oh yes. Now, on his own part, Honorable Charles Anike, who is the national president of Eastern Union, that's a social political pressure group of the people of the old Eastern region, said, quote, the federal government's trial of Mazam Kanu is baseless and mischievous. By the successive APC lawless governments, any government that does not obey its own laws cannot be sustained. Justice Binta Nyako's decision to recuse herself from the baseless trial of Kanu, and of course, she was not the first to take that decision. It is still a surprise to many that President Bola Tinubu administration will continue the recklessness and lawlessness of former President Muhammadu Buhari administration. Both the arrest and detention of Kanu by the Buhari administration were unlawful and infringement on his rights. And for that reason, everyone had thought that President Tinubu was going to be more reasonable. But it's now obvious that there is more to Kanu's detention than what the government wants the public to know. Both Buhari and Tinubu governments have continued to trump up unfounded and baseless charges against him to no avail. We just hope that the APC government under Tinubu should swallow its pride and shame to release Kanu so that peace and tranquility can once again return in the Southeast in particular and Nigeria at large. Those who are the federal government formally accused of committing similar crimes as Kanu are all moving freely. End of quote. Yes, I have said it. He said those who the federal government accuse of similar thing. Yes, of similar crimes as Onyendu. The same thing they have accused Onyendu, they accuse those people. They are moving freely. on the street without, no inhibition or harassment. Yes, without inhibition, they are moving, no fetters, no restriction. They are moving, they are free. But they are keeping Mazam Kanu. So there are more to it. So I have seen what these people are saying. They said, you are showing wind. You are showing wind now. So, but you will definitely harvest your wind. It's coming. We're saying all this so that people understand when things will be happening to them. They will know where it's coming from. Today, they are into hot okra soup. They are inside hot okra soup. Yes, the people, they are suffering. You have seen the level of hardship. They have been enough with it, of course. Yes. Petrol sold at 1,200. They have accepted it. Well, yes. In this contraption, you cannot move from 1 kilometer to the other without paying at least 700 to 800 naira as a public transport. Yes. Almost 1,000 just for a kilometer. Almost 1,000 for a kilometer. Then times it to how many kilometers you will. If it is 5 kilometers, 5,000. 10 kilometers, 10,000. 20 kilometers, 20,000. 30 kilometers, 30,000. 40 kilometers, 40,000. 50 kilometers, 50,000. 100 kilometers, 100,000. That is as bad as that. Yes. The economy is as bad as what 100 kilometers, 100,000 naira. That's transportation in Nigeria. That's the way it is. They don't know where it's coming from. They don't know what's happened to them. They think it's normal. It's Tinubu. No, only Tinubu. Yes. So continue to keep Mazam Khan in detention. Nigerians, you are keeping mute. They are bringing hardship upon you. They are bringing curse upon you people. Heavy burden upon you. It's a plague. This is purely a plague. Yes. A plague. That is punishment. That is it. You have seen where you're coming from Buhari, from fry pan to fire. Buhari to Tinubu, from frying pan to fire. You don't ask question. Why is it like that? Yes. After 80 years of locust, after 80 years, people are saying, oh, let's see if we can have respite. We have suffered, we have gnashed at it, we have passed through the crucible. 80 years of locust under Buhari. Now, people are witnessing the worst form of, hardship. This is living below poverty line. Yes. And they are doing it to you, and you can't say anything. If you raise your voice in objection and say, oh, they deal with you. See? So they are not willing to entertain any other suggestion or advice, or input. They want to carry out whatever they want to do, the way they want it. That is it. So the people supposed to introspectively examine, ask themselves questions. What are we not doing right? Yes. The Northerners will say, oh, don't release Mazam Kanu. Leave him there. Keep him there. Let him suffer. While you have released others in similar ways. Yes. But they called for his release and he was released. The Mieti Allah leader, the terrorist himself. The same thing with Igbo. They released him. Showore, nobody's talking about him. He's moving freely. He's the one calling for the protest. Oh yes, he's still moving freely. Calling for another protest for this October 1st. Let it be that it was an Igbo man that has been calling for this protest since. Tinubu, by now, DSS must have dealt with him. Seriously. Let it be that an Igbo man, he's still calling for it. Showore is still calling for protest. And they're not doing anything to him. Bayo no guy will not say anything now. But they'll be quick to point accusing fingers, at Peter Obi. But this one, he will not say anything. Showore has been saying it, that he will protest this, that. So these people, they are all full of treachery. See? Yes. Hypocrites. Deceiving themselves, say they're governing. Nonsense geographical entity. They will harvest whirlwind. Simple. Whirlwind. This one is just the beginning. It's just you people will see whirlwind. Whirlwind. Continue to carry out evil plans, distortions, and think, oh, it will be normal. Things will begin to move the way you want it. It's a lie. There are supernatural forces. Okay? Yes.